I have no idea. You guys did an excellent job. I have no idea what just happened. It was pretty wild. Pretty freaking wild.
Well, if
I could hear you, you could hear me. I could hear Jeff. Jeff couldn't hear me. Pretty wild.
And if I would have shown the audience the screens, oh my gosh, the screens.
Yeah.
I was sending you the screenshots. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't do anything. Nothing. There was nothing happening. And I don't know what to do. Oh, hello, Marla.
Marla. We're back.
We're back for a moment doing a test after doing the show. We had all kinds of technical difficulties going on. But Ruth St. John, wow, you're back. Thank you. Yeah, LW can do some talking now.
No, I don't even necessarily need to talk other than just trying to run audio test right now. So thanks for hopping in here. That way, if we have any questions, as long as you guys, can you hear me 5x5? Or I heard earlier that I was muddled. And Tammy, when there was two Tammys on the screen, she sounded drunk, which was awesome. She was slurring her words so bad, it was freaking hilarious. I was backstage laughing, like Tammy sounds drunk.
It was the feedback, and it slows you down. It was horrible.
It was wild.
But it looks like we've got everything fixed so far. I mean,
well,
right?
you guys had an amazing show. It was awesome. There was over 500 people watching live, so that's pretty good. And I'm glad everybody's hitting that like button and subscribing and all that stuff, because that's helping the algorithm. I saw Camperman in here tonight. Hadn't seen him in a while. Yeah. So, every time people hit the like button, even on this test, you guys hitting that like button and sharing and all that stuff, it helps other people find us. And to be honest, remember her? She was in here tonight. I hadn't seen her in like 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's people I haven't seen in like some people it's been like 4 years. Doc P's in here. So yeah,
Diamond Dun is in here. Remember Diamond Dun? She's D Nuts.
Yeah.
She said,
really?
LW, I can't believe I found you all. It's Diamond N.
Okay. I remember Diamond N. She was awesome when she came on the show. We'll have to reach out to her.
Gosh, it's been a
Lily
long
J.
time.
There's Lily J. I haven't seen her forever.
I love Lily J. Yes.
Yeah,
Hey there, Lily J. Good to see you. And Joe Carol Dodds is always here. Hey, Doc P. Yeah, I think it's incredible finding each other again. It's just so cool.
It's wild.
It's like long lost family, and we're back connecting again. It's awesome.
Hit that like button so more people can find us. Every time you guys are hitting those like buttons and sharing us out, it's like every show that we do, there's at least almost 6, 7, 8 people that we haven't seen in a long time that finally find us. So that's the algorithm, and the more likes that we get, the more YouTube puts us out there as suggestions to other people. It's called impressions, and that's pretty cool. So, and it was awesome to hear you bring shit to the table tonight, Tammy.
Thank you.
It was cool. It was cool to hear Jeff too. I mean, you guys brought it tonight. I was pretty proud of you.
Well, thank you very much. It was great. I was waiting for you to come on, but it's always a good time. Yeah, but now it's
happening.
It's fixed now.
So we got the producers working right now trying to figure out what was happening, because you could hear me, I could hear you, I could hear Jeff, but Jeff couldn't hear me. As long as the audience said they can hear me 5x5, I'm not so sure the problem wasn't with Jeff, honestly. I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
It depends. Yeah. The whole, maybe he needed an update, because I was going to say, you and I both did our updates.
Yeah, I hate those updates. It messes everything up.
Yeah, I had to change some things before I even went on tonight. I had to double and triple check everything, and it kept shutting the sound off when you would share screen. Each time I had to make sure the sound was on, because it kept coming off. So,
I do want to talk about something real quick while we have 50-something people in here.
Yeah.
And I only put it on a couple of YouTube channels and Facebook. I didn't put all the channels out there because it's just a test. But so you guys brought up the whole thing about the No Kings protest. Mm-hmm. We had one here in Idaho, and I know that you already talked about this, but it's been proven that they are using like Trump rally photos to try to show that all these people are against no king, which we've talked about this many a times. If he was a king, you wouldn't be protesting. I mean, it's the irony is retarded. But something happened here in Idaho, and in a little small town called Wilder, Idaho here, there was some illegal horse racing going on. They got busted yesterday around 2:30 in the afternoon. The feds came in and rounded a few people up. Not a lot of people, but they were actually going to have a horse race yesterday, but the feds shut it down. I guess my take of it is somebody was gambling, betting on horses, got burned, got upset. And you know how that happens, Tammy. You can't trust anybody.
Right.
When you get somebody scorned like that, look at my aunt. When you get somebody scorned like that, they're going to throw you under the bus, and that's exactly what happened. Wow. Somebody probably lost a shit ton of money and then went and turned them in for illegal horse racing. And so the feds came in yesterday and rounded all these people up. Not a lot. Like I said, not a lot. But what happened is then they turned around and they threw this stupid protest together today at noon in the little town of Caldwell, and it was all about no kings. It turned into no kings. And listen, America, these people are funded by some of the worst people on the planet. George Soros, to be exact, is one of them, top. But it's been proven that there's so many corporations and so many fascist and communist organizations, hateful groups that are funding all of these different protests. And Tammy had brought it up. I'm going to say it again. There are people that are paid. They're paid actors to be part of this stuff. And it's been proven. We shared a video back and forth a couple of times today where investigative reporters were out there, and they were finding the same woman at every one of these events, and several of them. And then the video that we wanted to play tonight, where the kid had asked the lady, "Well, are you working with the NYPD on this?" And that lady gave the dumbest answer. At first, she said yes, and then he says, "Well, so did you guys have a meeting about it or not?" And she just turned around and looked at him, and she said, "No, but they know what we're doing." I mean, these people are crazy. It's insane to see. And what I loved was the conservative twins put out today the voting record of 2024, where Donald Trump got 312 electoral college votes plus the popular vote. That's not a king. That's a guy that kicked your ass. That's a guy that stomped a mud hole in your ass, won this election for a third time, and he's out there doing what the American people voted for. Now, I don't agree with everything. There's some things I don't like, but for the most part, I think a lot of the comments in chat, that I read tonight, and a lot of comments we've been reading the last couple nights, and the things that I see on social media, this is what most of America voted for. The ones that voted Donald Trump as their president, not their king, you F-tards, but as their president. This is what people want. They want the border closed. They want illegals rounded up and shipped off. They want the corruption exposed. They want justice for the things that have happened to all of us. They want accountability for people in office, and that's what they voted for. Mm-hmm. Is there anybody in chat? Please tell me, and I would love to know why. Is there anybody in chat that did not vote for that? Make a comment. Put a comment in there. Drop it in there. Camperman, good to see you. It's been a while.
Hey.
But yeah, I mean, who didn't vote for that watches this channel? I'd like to know, and I'd like to know why. But I know I voted for it. I voted for it 3 times. And if I could have voted 3 more times and made it 6 or 9 or 10 or 12 like the other side does, I probably would have.
How can people be so one-minded and single-minded that they hate somebody so much, President Trump, that they ignore everything he's doing that's positive for the country? No matter what he does to some of these people, it's never going to be good enough. I don't care who's leading the country as president. If they are trying to put us first and our safety first, why don't you like ICE going into these bad cities that can harm yourselves or your children? Why do you not like the illegals being deported? Why do you think it's okay for them to step ahead of the game of the people that are doing it legally? Right is right and wrong is wrong. And we have such a gray line with that. Even with the prison system, people should not have rap sheets and records 10, 12 offenses long. If you get arrested once and you end up in jail, you would think you would learn your lesson, but they don't. They come back. They're repeat offenders over and over, and they never stop the cycle. And who pays the consequences of that? You and I do, and the people that don't do damage to other people, that don't commit crimes, that aren't criminals. We pay for their food. We pay for their housing. The traumas that they put on families and friends and loved ones pay the price. The victims pay the highest price. Why they keep getting in and out of jail. It's ridiculous. Why wouldn't you be for knock it all the BS off? Right is right and wrong is wrong. And they hate this president for that very reason, because that's what he's trying to do.
Yes, I'm glad you don't sound drunk anymore, Tammy.
It's water. It's ice water. Should I show you?
No, I believe you, because that's what I drink is ice water with honey. So remember, we spent 4 years. We spent 4 years trying to find something good about the last administration, right? We would dig through articles, we'd go through the news, and we're like, okay, is there anything that we can report today that the Biden administration actually did to help America? And let's see, the first thing that he did was, I think he opened the border. Was that good for America? One of the other things that he did first was he killed the Keystone Pipeline. Was that good for America? And so we went through the whole list of every executive order that he did, all of the policies with that administration. And I don't think that we, and I know there has to be at least one, you would think, but we had a hard time finding one. Mm-hmm. And maybe there is one out there somewhere. Maybe somebody out there can say, well, Mike, he did do this. Okay, that's fine. But that's like 1 out of a million. What I mean, it was 4 years of hell.
Yeah.
And now we've got somebody who actually puts us first. He wants America first. And frankly, I think it's exactly what America needed exactly at this time.
And I agree with that 100%. And, you know, we can talk about his fitness. He's 79 years old. That man, even if he doesn't need much sleep, which we've talked about before, how the heck does his brain do what it does nonstop? He gives all these
I'm telling you, they pump him full of drugs.
Some kind of vitamin.
They do. I think
IV.
They did with Joe Biden. They pumped Joe Biden full of drugs. I would say that he's getting the best vitamins, the best care on the planet. That's keeping him youthful, energetic, sharp.
Sharp as a, yes.
And he's just got this ability, this knack, this drive. That guy don't like to lose. He's a frickin' winner, and that's all he wants to do is win. And that right there alone is a huge driving force for anybody. I know that I get that sometimes, and nothing, and I mean nothing, will stop me. If I have to run 24 hours a day to accomplish what I want to accomplish, that's just how it's going to be. So I can relate to a little bit of what Trump has inside of him that is what makes him great. And when we have somebody that great as the leader of our country, it makes our country great. And we had 4 years of Sleepy Joe, Poopy Pants Joe, Potato Head, wandering on stage, trying to shake hands with people that weren't there, licking ice cream cones and sniffing hair. And he wasn't great. He was horrible. And it made this country not great. So what a wonderful change that we have now.
Well, and we are finding out that, you know, God bless President Biden, ex-President Biden, former, he's very ill right now. And we were told all along how healthy he was. He didn't have to. Lies.
Yes. And those people should be held accountable for lying to the American people. And Jill Biden and the rest of them should be held accountable for senior abuse. I mean, whether you believe Biden's been gone since 2018 or whatever, or any of the other conspiracies and stories and things that are out there, regardless of that, if he is a real person, people should be mad as hell for senior abuse on that man. That was horrible to even have to watch that stuff. And was it planned? Was it a show? Was it done on purpose? A lot of people believe that. I believe it's possible. Yeah, it's horrible. It made us look completely weak on the world stage. And you want to talk about concern. They always say, well, Donald Trump is going to get us in the next world war. No, I don't believe that for a minute. If he does, at least I would rather have him at the helm than Sleepy Joe. But I feel like Trump has the balls to stand up to things and say, "Hey, if you mess with us, we're gonna bring the thunder down on you and the lightning." When Sleepy Joe is in there, and even Obama himself, remember how Obama used to capitulate to all the other countries and bend to them? And remember when they went and captured our Navy, and he apologized for being an American. How sick and disgusting that was, and how we had to put up with that. So I feel more secure now than I ever did during the Biden administration or the Obama administration.
And yet people are going to nitpick him apart, President Trump, and they're always going to do
that. That's fine. They always will, and we'll nitpick anybody apart. I mean, we get a Democrat in there, maybe. I mean, the way that they're going, Tammy, I don't think they got a shot in hell to win any seat, to be honest with you, whether it be the House, the Senate, or President of the United States again. I mean, they are doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down on just plain fucking crazy. And I don't know if they ever have a shot again.
Well, didn't you hear that Kamala Harris came out and said she's the best option they have for the next president, and she wants AOC to run with her?
She's the best. Tammy, I don't want to be held to the fire for what I'm about to say. But I almost feel like if she's going to run for president of the United States in 2028, that you and I should run.
President and VP, we're in.
I think we could beat her. I honestly think that we could beat Kamala Harris, and we wouldn't even have to have millions to do it. All we'd have to do is just travel the United States on a bus and just go talk to the American people. And I believe that we could beat Kamala Harris and frickin' jackass AOC.
I know. Remember, because Kamala also, all she does is cackle. It's not even a normal laugh. It's cackling, and then she goes, we're happy about what has passed, what has become, and all that word salad she did. Can you imagine her
Dumb and
speaking
Dumber.
to speaking
that's
to
what,
world
That's what the
leaders?
producer's putting in chat right now. Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. But can you imagine her speaking to world leaders on our behalf?
See, we already got one vote right there.
Yay!
We got Tammy Jackson said that she would vote for us.
Yay, Tammy! Thank you so much.
We already got more votes than needed to beat them. One vote is probably enough to beat those two fools.
I just couldn't believe that that's the whole thing that came out, They're just all falling apart at the seams, as they should.
It's
you know
horrible.
What I mean? As they should.
It's shameful. So one of the things I saw today that I wanted to share tonight, and obviously I didn't get in here, was the fact that a lot of these protests, this is disgusting, Tammy. This is going to make your stomach turn. We already got 100 people watching the test on two or three channels. It's hilarious. So one of the things that really upset me today and will make your stomach sick and everyone else is there was one of the protesters that was dressed up like the shooter in the Charlie Kirk situation. There was another one that said, what did it say? Charlie Kirk, who's next? There was another one where a lady was grabbing her neck. There was just so much hate, that it really made my stomach turn, that these are people that actually live here in America that could live right next door to you, honestly. And I mean, you'd know it if they did, obviously, but isn't that is that not scary? Is that not concerning as a woman, as an American, as a man, as a daughter, son, anybody who those type of people are in our country that think it's okay to assassinate anybody that they don't like? Now, you and I did not care for Joe Biden or Kamala Harris.
Right.
Raise our hand if you agree with that. Okay, but never once did we ever allocate for hate or for harm to come to them, or for them to be unalived or any of that stuff. That never came out of our mouths, and we disliked that administration. And I think it's horrible that that's even allowed. Like, those people that do stuff like that, they should be rounded up. There should be charges brought against them.
Well, I think it should be serious
charges.
charges.
LG's Art Barn. I haven't seen her in a long time. How you doing?
Hey, well, I think that it should be serious charges because, once again, there's right and there's wrong, as I stated earlier. And the people that do wrong get away with it over and over again. Get let in, get let out of jail, in and out. They accrue all these counts, and it's absolutely ridiculous that we spend more time, money, effort, court system congestion on people that are the problem instead of people that they cause the problem to. The people they cause the problem to suffer many things emotionally, physically, financially. It just sometimes with the damage they do is irreparable. You know, people live with these scars from, them unaliving or taking out one of their family members, spouses, or children forever. And then they get out and they repeat and do it over and over again. So my thing is, I'm all about this whole new make them change the system where you get caught once, that's it, and bring back the old style of, if you steal something when you know it's wrong and you're 100% guilty, off with it. If you unalive somebody, off with it. And people will say, well, that's not good. That's barbaric. You shouldn't become like them. I'm not becoming like them, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna forgive them and then allow them to keep doing it over and over to other people. When did we switch that up? So from the illegals to the people burning our flag, I think most people are fed up and they want to see results and actions taking. We need to change things, definitely. And it needs to happen now because Trump only has 3 more years. Even if we get another Republican in next go around, will they be like Trump? I don't think so. I'm not sure that there's anybody that's going to be ever as aggressive and firm as Trump. Nobody. I really don't.
Nobody.
So, I mean,
I don't think anybody can make the deals that Trump makes.
Right. And he's been making deals since he's been a teenager, pretty much. Yep. And some of the toughest parts of the world. Listen, this man has made deals dealing with the mob in New York. This man has made deals in Vegas dealing with those people there. He's made deals with the Saudis. He's made peace with Israel. I mean, go on and on. He's made deals with Rocket Man where he stepped over where no other president was invited to step over. That was like monumental. And, after calling him Rocket Man, then he keeps dealing with Putin and Zelensky. And, it's like, who's the crazy one here? Like, are they all just crazy? But see, they respect Trump and they know he's not going to mess around. That's the difference between him and some of these other. You go back to presidents, to Bush and Obama and all that, and you think, my God, my eyes have been opened because we were always taught you can't get anything accomplished much in 4 years because all this red tape. That's what we've
always been told, but that's bullshit.
It is. We've cut through the red tape. Trump has showed us you can cut through the red tape. So if there's the next president, and we have to keep this in mind, the next president is going to be able to do what Trump does if they're as aggressive as him, or at least close to it. No more red tape BS. No more we're clogged in the system. We just need to take it right down. Down.
Well, one more time, if you guys, we got like 110 people in here right now. If you guys can please smash that like button. More and more people are finding us because you guys are hitting that like button. You're subscribing and sharing us. The algorithm is going up. We got quite a few people in here tonight with Facebook. If you guys keep hitting that like button on Facebook and share us out on your page, more people will find us. I just had to run a audio test with the producer. They were wanting me to get on here and just talk for a while, and Tammy hopped back in here with me, which I appreciate. She worked hard today. So once the producer gives me a thumbs up that we can close out, we'll get out of here. But yeah, just so grateful that you guys are finding us again. And Dumb and Dumber. That's we need to somehow put that on the screen, producer. I think they're working on trying to share screen, because here is the run for 2028. Let's take a look. There we go. Dumb and Dumber.
See?
2028. Cackling Hyena and the Jackass.
Oh,
Could you? I'm gonna make a T-shirt. I'm gonna make a T-shirt that says 2028 Dumb and Dumber, and put her face on a hyena and put her face on a jackass. Sell those T-shirts.
Yeah, they'd be good T-shirts to sell. I don't know if I want them on my shirt, but yeah, see.
How about a bumper sticker? You'd like a bumper sticker?
Yeah, maybe that. I don't know, but it's crazy. And you know what, Camperman, Mary from Mexico, I haven't talked to her in a while, but last we talked, she basically never wanted to be in the forefront of the camera. She just did that to help us out. And then she, after Mike and I got back together and stuff, she basically is doing her own thing. She's had a busy, beautiful life in Mexico. She teaches there. She does all kinds of different programs there, and she's done. So she's just enjoying her life, last I heard and stuff. But yeah, we were blessed to have her while we had her. Let's put it that way.
We good? Are we good, producer? To get out of here, you got what you needed. Waiting for the private chat.
The private chat's up. Okay.
At first it said 5x4. I thought, oh man, we got to keep going. All right.
Yeah, a little
bit. All right,
bit.
I think we're good. Well,
okay, well, wait 1 second.
Go ahead,
so
Tammy.
Susie,
go ahead, spit it out, Tammy.
So Susie, it's good to see you as well, and we're just very happy. For those of you who didn't hear, LW, tell them the story of how we got the channel back. Because there's still some
there's
people
so many
in here.
people.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hit the like button if you hadn't hit the like button yet. Subscribe. So, it was Thursday. I've been pretty busy with personal stuff, and Tammy has too. And we try to come on when we can, but just don't really have a set schedule. And I was just kind of like talking to the Lord, saying, Lord, I want to do this. I want to find my niche and where I belong, which I know where I belong, but just having all you wonderful people coming into this chat really makes me know where I belong. And so I just kind of said, send me some kind of signal, some kind of sign. And I shit you not, that was about Tuesday, Wednesday of last week. On Thursday, I get an email from YouTube that says, Liberty Warrior, we're very sorry for any inconvenience, but we are now unrestricting your channel, not one channel, not two channels, but all three of the big channels that we have, which is like, I don't know, it's somewhere around 30,000 subscribers altogether. And I got excited. I was like, you got to be shitting me. And then they opened up some other stuff. They said, we're sorry for any inconvenience. Here you go. Gave me the keys back to the Ferrari. And I immediately called Tammy and said, "Look, we're doing a show tonight. Check this shit out."
He did.
And
he couldn't believe it.
I couldn't even believe it. And boom, here we are. We're back, and we're glad to be back. And so we are. We're gonna just try to be on as many nights a week that we possibly can. Now, I was gonna try to go all 5 nights this week, but I got to work tomorrow night, and I got one last football game this week. So there's going to be 2 nights this week that I'm not going to be able to be on, which is going to be tomorrow night and either Wednesday or Thursday. The rest of this week, we're going to try to do 3 shows this week. So make sure that you hit that bell for the notifications. We won't be on tomorrow night unless something breaking happens and Tammy wants to come on. She's got the keys to the Ferrari too, so she can come on anytime she wants. But we should be back either Wednesday and then not on Thursday, and then back Friday, something like that. Anyway, you guys will see us pop up. My son's doing well. He is no shit, almost as tall as me, and he's in 8th grade, so he's growing like a weed. Thanks
he's
for asking,
just-
Professor.
Yeah, and
Falcon.
he's just like LW, and I love every moment of every
Tammy,
bit of that
let's
kid.
not go there, Tammy. Let's not go there.
So you guys, he is getting what he gives, just so you know.
Well,
Anyways,
so during the week like this, we're gonna always shoot for 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It gives me a little bit of time when I get home from work to get ready and prepared. Hop on here. On the weekends, if we like Saturday, we went in the afternoon because I had plans in the evening. So Saturday's kind of a crapshoot, just whenever we might have time to come on. But for the most part, you can pretty much count on us being on during the week, a couple times a week at least, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
and also Clay, if you go to our Facebook page, LWN Network, you can look to the left, and I have it pinned. All our social media platform links are right there. All our
Yep.
X accounts, our Rumble, our YouTube, our Facebook, our Truth Social. So you guys can go to the LWN Network Facebook page, subscribe, hit the like button and all that. And you can look on there, and it's pinned to the top how to find our links. They're all there. They've always been there. You can look right there. So it's been a fun time. It's been a fun ride so far since Liberty Warrior Nation came back. Just when we thought it was dead and buried and gone for 3 years.
I burned this bitch to the ground, to the ashes, and we've come back from the ashes. That's for sure. Harvest
true.
Merry Moon.
Moon.
Good to
Hey,
see you, Harvest
Harvest.
Merry Moon.
Love
right.
Harvest.
Yep.
She's in Australia.
Real? No way.
Yeah,
Seriously?
remember? Isn't she the one that's in Australia? No, I'm
no,
kidding.
not Harvest Merry Moon.
Yeah.
You just scared the shit out of me. No, that's Kathy Taylor.
That's Kathy Taylor.
Kathy Taylor is in
Look at
Australia.
his memory's still there, guys. Even though he's got a long gray beard, he's aged a little bit, but that happens. People were
Yeah.
calling you Santa Mike there.
That's all right. All right, well, let's sign off. Producer gave us thumbs up. We're good
Okay,
to go.
sounds
so
good.
thanks for being in here and helping us with this sound check and the aftermath after show. I got to say a few things, so love it, and hit that like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe to us, share us out, and follow us on Facebook because Tammy's posting all day long on Facebook. You don't want to miss anything. Find us over there on Facebook and give us a sub over there. We're trying to get to 250 subs, which isn't much after losing 15,000, but
Right.
we'll get there.
We will. We are the Energizer Bunnies and Endurance Bunnies. We keep on going and going. Yes, Professor Falcon, we heard about Mike Penny unfortunately passing.
Yeah.
We've lost many great people in this movement, in this since we all became YouTubers and everything else. And maybe he, God rest his soul. It's just we've lost a lot of good ones. So
Yep. All right. Well, good night, folks. We'll
night,
catch you on
everybody.
the next one.
bye.